one thing you'll notice about business and investing, everybody thinks investors just magically make all this money and it's just super easy and you're just sitting back and waiting for the checks to come in and every day's a vacation. No, being an investor is rocky. Do you agree? Can somebody testify to that? Like being an investor means, yeah, you're gonna have your up days and you're gonna have your down days, right? You run a business, some days things will be great, and some days you're gonna be like, what am I doing? Why am I here? This sucks. I hate this, right? I want to be an employee. I want to like that little girl, like that poor girl who was on TikTok and she was like 25 and she couldn't pay the bills because she found out that adulting is expensive. And she's like, I don't want to be a grown up no more. I want to be a kid, right? That's how you feel when you're on the business. You're like, I don't want to be the boss. I just want to be an employee because I want to go home and forget about all this shit, right? So there's a cost to be the boss, right? But I do think that the benefits outweigh the costs if you do it in a certain way, and you know, right? So that's what everything is to me. It's nothing's black and white. Everything shades of gray, and it's like, okay, did the benefits outweigh the costs? I don't think you should nickel dime your experience to the point where you can't see the value and the blessing in everything, right? Now, by the way, what's the discount code? The discount code is Black Friday 60, all one word. Somebody type that in the chat. Also, can you sell the flashcards on your own at a markup? Yeah, you can do whatever. You can sell the stuff. Like I will never show up and beat you up or threaten to sue you or something. I I support you. I want you to do your thing, right? You guys help us do our thing. Why wouldn't we help you do your thing, right? The goal is to create an ecosystem. My goal is not to be. I'm not trying to be the pastor who's driving up in a Bentley when everybody else is living in poverty. I want us to all have Bentleys, right? Like I think Bentleys are nice, but I think that Bentleys at the expense of other people are not beneficial. But what happens with economics, and I write about this a lot in my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, which by the way, again, that's one of the things you can resell again, and I'll sign it for you. Is I talk about building ecosystems. If you build an ecosystem, everybody can win. Everybody can be selfish, right? It doesn't. It's not. Economics does not work when one person's sacrificing and someone else is benefiting from all the sacrifice. I don't think that's required. Even when you talk about raising children, we talk about the sacrifice of raising children, but nobody talks about the benefit of raising children, right? We all talk about how hard it is, but nobody talks about how rewarding it can be long term, and why it should be rewarding. One of the individuals that spoke at the convention this year was the father of Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, was one of the highest paid players in the NFL. I think he's still playing. Is he playing for the Patriots now? I should really know this. Anyway, because he went to Ohio State where I got my doctorate. Anyway, his father, just a great guy, and this brother was telling me, he said, he said, ain't no way that I'm gonna send my son to Ohio State and he's gonna make millions of dollars, and me and his mama are gonna be in a hoopty. And I said, I agree. I don't think you should be in a hoopty. His lawyer ain't gonna be in a hoopty. His manager ain't gonna be in a hoopty. The university, the coach is not gonna be in a hoopty. Whoever is running his finances, they're not going to be in the hoopty. The team owner's not in the hoopty. The coach of his NFL team's not in the hoopty. Nobody around him will be in a hoopty, but somehow people think that his black parents, who fed him and raised him and took care of him when nobody else was around, that they should somehow suffer. That don't make no damn sense. That's crazy to me.